Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to discuss all about how we can create a model using HTML CSS and also a little bit of JavaScript. So when I click on show model, then model has been appeared inside my screen, and when I close it, it will display only screen without the model. When I click again, and I am able to close that with the help of escape key inside my keyboard. Click on that, right? So let me share with you how you can get that. So I go to my code editor, and first thing is I'm gonna open it in the live server, and I'm gonna close my old project. So I have index.html, style.css, script.js file, and also have a two images. Image is a user and have a bg image, right? So let's get started and write the code. So I'm gonna write the container, and inside there I'm going to add the wrapper class. Inside the wrapper I will use top content. Inside the top content I'm going to add the images, but I'm going to use complete path of the images slash image, just a minute, image, and then I also add the icon, font away some icon. So I need to use fa close to display the close icons inside the model, right? So this is our top content, and then I'm gonna add that card header, and I'm gonna add the text subscribe our newsletter, like that. And I'm gonna also add paragraph text, subscribe our newsletter and stay updated, right? So these are our text. Then I'm gonna use card body. Inside that I'm gonna use form tag, leave the action, and yeah, I'm gonna add the email, type is email, placeholder email, like that, enter and email, like that. So after the card body div, I'm gonna write another div. I write the card footer and use button type will be submit, and yeah, sign up, like that. So, and last thing I need to add that outside of the container you need to add the div overlay, and also I'm gonna add the heading class, but this time I'm gonna just use the overlay class. So I think it should be display everything inside my page. Yeah, image, icon, some text, input field, and one button. So let's go to style.css, and we need to manage that using CSS. So I'm going to use the margin, padding, and so on so far. I'll reset the property, and box sizing for the box, and I'm going to use font family on the PowerPoint sans serif, right? Then I'm going to select my body. In the body I need to add the background will be URL, images, and bg image. Then I need to use another properties, no repeat, sender, and call. Also I need to use min height 100 vh because I want to display the image in the whole of the background right now, as you can see. Perfect. Then I need to use the container to display all of the content in the center of the page. So I need to use container, and I need to use display flags, justify on the center, align it with the center, and also I need to use min height on vh. So and look at that, everything is the center of the page. Why I use the container? Because the wrapper class is appeared inside the container, so the wrapper class is a child class of the container. So I need to select the parent class to display the content in the center of the page. So I need to use display property flags. So let's look at that. to show model. So I need to use the show model class. Where I will use, no, I will use the wrapper. First I'm going to use wrapper. The wrapper class I need to use width 500 pixel, background I will use white, and also I'm going to box shadow will be 15 pixel, 3 pixel, and also 15 pixel. RGBI 0.5, and also I will add border radius 10. And yeah, first we're gonna save it and let's look at that, right? So let's select the top content. In the top content I need to use display flex like that, so right. So this is our image and this is our icon. Don't worry, we will manage it using CSS, right? So yeah. So I'm gonna select the top content I tag, and the I tag I will use the cursor will be pointer, and position will be absolute. Right, I will use 20 pixel, and top I will use 10 pixel. Font size I will use 1.5 rem. So, and look at that, it is appear in the top of my main page, but I need to use the position relative inside that, like that. So, and look at that. Okay, just a minute, I need to use that inside there. Yeah, so all of the content is appeared inside my wrapper, so I need to use position relative inside my wrapper. Let's look at that. The wrapper img tag, so I need to use width will be 20%, object fit will be cover, and I'm going to use display property block because I'll use margin auto to display the content in the center. First I'm going to save it and let's look at that, right? And I want to move this one content in the top, so I will use the property transform translate y -50%. It will move the image top of my main area, right? So let's write the card header, and I'm going to use, but before using card header, just a minute, I'm going to check that. Yeah, I'll use card header, but I will leave the property on that. So I'm going to select card header h2. I'm going to use background will be hash 3cb e7, this is a blue color, and I'm going to use color will be white, text will be center, and first I'm going to save it and let me share it with you, right? So I want to move this one in the top, so I will use the card header and I'm going to use margin top will be -10 pixel. That's and look at that, right? It will move on the top, right? So let's add another properties like padding top and bottom 0, or 1 line, and left and right 0. Also I will use the margin bottom to make a space. Then also I need to get the box shadow like this one, and I'm gonna add it inside there. So look at that, right? Then I need to select the card header, not card header, yeah, card header. Inside they have a paragraph tag. I need to change the font size will be 1.2 rem, and I need to use text align with this center to display the content in the center of the page right now, right? And then I need to select the card body, and the card body have a input field, so I need to select the padding 0 and 0.8 rem. Also I will select the card footer as well, because I will use the same padding on it as well. So and look at that, this is input field and this is button, both are appeared inside the card body and card footer. So you need to use that to make a space between our main card. So select the card body from input field, use width will be 100%, padding 1 rand, margin I'm going to use 1.5 rand and 0, and font size I will use 1 rand. Also I will use the round edge of the border, so 5 pixels is best. Outline will be none, and border I'm going to use 1 pixel solid and light gray color. First we're going to save it and let's look at that, right? So another thing is, when I click on that, then I want to change the background color. So I'm going to get that and use focus and use border 1 pixel solid and black. Also I need to use the transition on there. When I click that, then I will use simple animation. Click on that, as you can see, click on that, right? So this is my extension name, don't focus on that. And then I'm going to select the card footer, and the card footer I will use the same thing. Also I will use the card footer on there as well. Yeah, I use the card footer on top, so I don't need to use that, but I will use card footer button tag, and I'm going to use outline will be none, border will be 1 pixel solid and this one blue color. Padding I will use 0. Padding 0.6, 1.8 rand. Font size I will use 0.9 rand. Cursor will be pointer, and border radius 5 pixel best. Background I will use none, because I will use the hover effect when I hover the mouse on that. First we're gonna see it on the page right now, as you can see. So I need to use same thing, but I also need to add the margin on bottom to make a space, 2 rand spaced. Whole thing is, so let's get that and paste it and use hover effect. When I hover the mouse, I will change the background and also color of the. Also I need to use transition all 0.3 as and out. This is the transition. When I hover the mouse, it will change the color right now. Right, so this is our card, but I think I'm gonna check my wrapper class to make it as rounded, right? So yeah, like this one. So 10 pixel is best. Great. Right, the cool thing is I need to select my overlay effect. So overlay effect, and select it, and I'm going to use the position will be absolute, top will be 0, left will be 0, width will be 100%, and height will be 100%. Then I need to select my background RGBA. I need to use 0.6. Also I'm going to use backdrop. This is a filter property that will help us to blur the icons. I mean blur the background. Just a minute. Blur 3 pixels. Blur the whole screen and save it. Let's look at that, right? So my all screen has been blurred, but I want to display this one content. So I need to use side index -10 on that. So look at that, right? So yeah, I will use this time hidden class display now. Also I need to get that and paste on the in the default. I can't see the background, blur background. When I click on the button, then I want to display the background, blur, and also the model. So I'll go to top, because this time I need to use display none property to hide that. and I'm going to write the button tag to display. Type will be button and show more, like that. So save, and the model button has been appeared inside my screen, so I want to display that in the, so I'm going to use show model class and get that, and I'm going to paste it where? Before that, no, after that I will use. So I want to display this one content in the center, so I need to use position will be absolute, top will be 50%, left will be 50%, and also I need to use transform translate property, use -50% and -50%. It should be displayed in the center of the page. So let's look at that, right? Then the next one is I need to get my this one button code and paste it inside this, and okay, just a minute, I need to paste that inside the model, right? So the thing is I need to use background as this one, and border like that. So look at that, but I need to use border will be none, right? So look at that, and also I need to use color will be white. I don't need to use that, and I don't need that. So look at that. But I think I will increase the font size, and in a minute I'm gonna padding left and right, I mean top and bottom, left and right 2.5 mm, and I will increase the font size will be 1.2 rems per. So look at that, right? So whole thing is used when I click on this one button, then I want to display the model. So let's look at that, how we can do that. So I go to my script.js file, but before using that, one thing I'm going to show you, where is my wrapper class. So here is my wrapper class. I'm going to comment out my this one, and I want to move this one in the top, because I will use the transition. So I will use transform translate y negative, which size I will use, 180 is best. Yeah, I think I will try it, and yeah, first we're gonna save it, and look at that, you can't see the model right now. But before using that, first I'm gonna save it, and I want to display the border on the top. So I will use border top 4 pixel solid and blue color, like that. Save, and look at that, border has been appeared. So I'm gonna use that, and I will hide that this time, but when I click on the button, then I want to display that, right? So the whole process is used when I click on that. So you need to get this one button data using JavaScript. So I'm going to create a const show model document.query selector and passing this one. The next thing you need to get the wrapper class. Inside the wrapper class have all of the content, so you need to get that, and this will be, I'm going to use that show model btn, this will be, and this will be show model wrapper class. And also I need to get 2 more variables. The first one is we need to get this one, close btn. I also use that on the show model, and the next one is overlay. So I need to remove and hide this one class when I click on that. So this will be overlay, right? So first of all, I need to select show model btn.class list, not add event listener, which event, click event, write the function, and I'm going to check that it's working or not. So I'm going to use the console.log to display the content inside my console when it's working. Right, cool thing. So once it's working, then the next thing you need to do, you need to add the class inside the wrapper class, and also you need to remove the class from overlay. So I'm going to use overlay, the variable class list.remove. Which class? The hidden class. The default have a hidden class inside the overlay. In a minute I'm going to share with you. As you can see, when I click on that, then I want to remove this one class, and also I need to add the class inside my wrapper class. Inside the wrapper I need to add the class. Which class? So I'm going to get that, and I'm going to select my show model, and I'm going to add the class is show. First we're going to save it, and this time you can't see the in a minute you can't see the wrapper class, but when I click on that, as you can see, show model wrapper class and another class is the show has been appeared inside there, and also the hidden class has been removed from the overlay, right? So this is working perfectly. So I need to go on style.css. After wrapper dot active class, not active, dot show class, when the, so inside there I need to add that this one will be 0. So, and look at that. First I'm going to refresh my page, close that, and click on that, as you can see. But we need to work on this one button as well, but also I need to use the transition effect on there. Will be transition all 0.4s sn. Also I need to get that and paste it inside my, so I think it should be displayed perfectly. So let's look at that. Click on that, as you can see, click on that, right? The next one is close button, so I need to get that and use same thing, class list dot add event listener, not close btn, add event listener, click event, run the function, and I need to use opposite the classes. Means when I close the button, then I want to add the class inside the overlay effect, and also I need to remove the show class from the wrapper class. Inside the wrapper container you can say that. So save and look at that. Click on that, click on that, click on that, click on that. Right? Last thing I want to share with you, how you can use the keyboard button to close it, but this time I'm gonna use keyboard button. You can't see the effect is appeared inside there, means it doesn't work right now. So I need to use a document.add event listener, which event I'm gonna use key down, and this time I'm gonna passing the a parameter inside my function e parameter. So I'm going to use if dot key. First I'm going to share with you important thing. I'm going to select it inside my inside my console. Save, and let's look at that console. Press, just a minute, refresh it. Press keyboard escape button, then I'm able to see this is object. Inside the object have a keys and value. So I'm going to get this one key, and the value is escape. If I will use the condition on there, if dot key triple equal to is which escape button, then come into the if body. Inside the if body I also need to check if not show model class list dot contains, means if the show model if it doesn't exist hidden class, then come into the if body, right? So inside that I will create a function close model, because I've used the same thing on there, so I need to get that, right? The function close model and paste it inside there, and then I need to paste it. Then the next thing is you need to select the close model btn, add event listener, which event, click event. Once the click is active, then run this one function right now. So, and look at that, click on that, click the keyboard, click that, right? So you can also reduce the code using a function. So I'm going to get this one, get out that, and create another function, const show model font function, curly brackets, paste that, and I need to create a show model add event listener, and this time I need to select this one function. So sub, and look at that, click that, look at that, right? So this is our simple video all about how you can create a model using HTML, CSS and also JavaScript. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.